What is up, everybody? Jason Messer here, Editor-in-Chief of Cheat Code Central, coming back to you live on this Thursday night, 9 p.m., back on track from last week. Missed the Thursday, but hit the Sunday, made it up, and now we're back in our groove. What is up? Thanks to everybody. Big shout out to everybody already stopping by in the chat. To our regulars, Mr. Menace, Raul, Rich Conduff, what's up, cuz? Mrs. Ari, or Miss Ari. Okay, so you guys are going to make fun of me already because I'm already struggling on this name. Enrique's in the chat as well, but the one I skipped because I'm trying to remember how to say it, so I want to read it as Crappa the Finder. Crappa. I want to just call you Crappa because that sounds cool, but I think it says Crow Pathfinder. It's Crow Pathfinder. That's right. That's probably it, right? Crow Pathfinder. Because then I'm like Crop Oath Finder. See, he's laughing at me now. What do you want to be called? Because I suck at names. Like, I don't remember people's real names in real life, and then I for shit can't read screen names for sure. So he says it's Crow Pathfinder. Is that right? Is it? Because if it's Crow Pathfinder, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm definitely just going to shorten it to Crow, which is a cool name anyway. But yeah, big thanks to everybody stopping by, checking out the chat. What's up with everybody this week? What's going on with you guys? I definitely have a game picked out for tonight, which is similar to a game that we played already. And I have some thoughts on it, though. The game, the theme, because I'm in all blue for the special occasion, because Sonic is the name of the game tonight. Sonic is the theme. Sonic is the topic of conversation. That's our room topic, because the new Sonic trailer just came out, the revamped Sonic, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about your guys' thoughts on it. We'll talk all things Sonic. Did you grow up on Sonic? Did you hate the newer Sonics? Do you love the older Sonics like I do and don't like any of the new stuff? Do you not mind the newer Sonics as much because that's all you know? We're going to get into Sonic, and we're going to play what I think I'm definitively going to say is my favorite Sonic game. I kind of went back and forth. We played Sonic and Knuckles a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't sure if that was my favorite. Playing it again recently made me realize that as much as I love Sonic and Knuckles, nothing will ever replace Sonic 2. Sonic 2 is the shit. That is the pinnacle of the... They took everything that was awesome from the first game, improved it. Sonic 3 is arguably even better than Sonic 2, but I feel like the level design, the stages, the music, everything about Sonic 2 is just... mwah. Get any better than Sonic 2. So we're going to play Sonic 2 tonight in honor of that. What's up, Ren? Thanks for stopping by. He is my boy that won the monitor a few weeks back. Congratulations to him. So yeah, first and foremost, did you guys see the new Sonic trailer with the revamped Sonic? Now, if you don't know, which I mean, I'm sure you probably do, anybody watching my stream already knows this information, but maybe somebody's watching it back later. So they released the Sonic trailer. Let's try that again. They released the Sonic trailer, the first one, a couple months ago, probably, I guess maybe over the summer. I can't remember now. It was actually a while ago because they delayed the game, or they delayed the release day of the movie because people hated the look of Sonic so bad that they basically said, all right, look, we're going to go back to the drawing board. We're going to completely redesign him. And they did, and that was awesome because the Sonic compared to the Sonic we have now, which looks very close to the game, the original 2D, versus what we had before, which looked like a dude, like a skinny guy in a bad furry suit. And I'm not bullshitting. Go online, you can find tons of sites doing comparison shots. I thought it was bad before, but then when I seen it up against the new shots of how much improved the new Sonic is, it showed me like it could have been done like that in the first place. Why the hell didn't they do that in the first place? I heard some speculation that they wanted to get hype for the movie, so they deliberately made him look bad in order to revamp him. I know that's kind of like conspiracy level bullshit, but to be honest, definitely you could see that he needed to be done because it's so much better. It is so much better. And the new trailer is actually a little more interesting, the way they cut it. Jim Carrey did say something I kind of agreed with when they said that they were going to delay the movie until February to fix it. he didn't really like that because he felt that the audience should not be participating in the creative process of the movie, which I tend to agree with. But there is no denying that this was a benefit. The movie is probably not going to suck now. It's probably not going to be just this bomb, this laughing stock, another shitty video game movie that we all point at and forget. Plus, Sonic already has a legacy of being shitty lately, so we don't need a movie on top of that. The movie could actually revitalize it, because I know my kid's excited for it. He's like 7, and I'm excited for it now because it looks actually pretty decent. So, yeah, so definitely a good thing. Has everybody seen it? We could watch it, actually. If most people haven't seen it, we could watch it in the stream, but I would assume most of you guys have seen the new one. So let me know your thoughts. That's the topic of conversation for tonight. Ren just asked me that question. What did I think of the new trailer for Sonic? Ren thought it was damn fine. Yeah, the mood, like the style of the trailer is better. It's cut better. I think it flows better. They didn't focus so much on a lot of the goofy shit from the first trailer. They just focused on Sonic being Sonic. Because the thing that I think they missed in the first one was he was always this like hip, edgy, like he was like the anti-Mario in the sense that Mario was like a short, fat plumber that was kind of slow and not at all cool, I guess you'd say. And Sonic is supposed to be like the fast, edgy lightning bolt. Like he's real quick-witted, supposedly, and he has like an attitude. Like if you stand still too long in the game, he starts looking at you on the screen and like pointing at his watch and like, come on. So it's always like he was missing that personality in the first trailer. I think they got that back now. So, but just them fixing his CG is friggin' amazing. It looks so much better now. Why the hell couldn't they have did that before? And who was so off the first time that they let it down that path? That they got to go. That creative team probably already got fired, I'm sure. Bro said he saw the trailer, it was much better. Enrique said really enjoyed the new trailer. Yeah, everybody, it's crazy. Everybody's loving it now. What's up, Freak? Thanks for stopping by. We're talking about the new Sonic trailer. Can you guys, like, when you join the chat late, can you, like, see what we've been chatting about, like, scrolling up? Like, can you scroll up in the chat? Is the comments there, or do you have to be in, like, does the comments start when you join? Because that's interesting for me to know. That way I know if I need to kind of, like, keep updating people on the mic, like, in the live stream, or if you guys can just read the chat. Crow said, I never got into Sonic games, so I think I have more of a neutral view of it. Well, that's a good way to be, because there's like a really good period from about 91, 92 till about 96. Sonic games were fucking amazing. Then, right around the time that Sonic 3D Blast for Genesis came out, it all went to shit, and Sonic has never been the same. And yes, Sonic Mania, which was on Xbox and PlayStation 1 about a year ago or 2 years ago, was a really cool, like, it's definitely what we needed. But that was just like a throwback kind of thing. It was like a love letter to the fans, and not really, like, just the general Sonic thread. Anytime Sonic's in 3D, it just does not work for me. And it doesn't work for just about anybody, because nobody really likes Sonic games. They're never, like, just 3D Sonic does not work. They try to do what Mario did. I get Mario transition to 3D in Mario 64. It doesn't work for everybody, guys. Sonic needs to be on a 2D plane all the time. That's it. It's a platform. It's a 2D platformer. That's it. It has to do with speed and loops and all that shit. And we don't. That's the only way to do it. There's other games we can play in 3D. I don't want to see any more 3D Sonic. I don't ever want to see a 3D CG model of Sonic in a video game again. Ever. Don't want it. Make 100 more flat screen, like flat 2D or even 2.5D, but that's as far as I'll give you. I'll give you a half a D. I'll give you half the D. That's not right. That's not what she said. Yeah, so 2D Sonic all the way. So if you're coming into this neutral, you probably don't have like the vitriol of some of the later Sonic stuff. It's probably better if you didn't see the first trailer. I mean, you can go back and see it now just for shits and giggles, just to have a laugh, but just go by what you see from here on, because it seems like they learned their lesson. Maybe the success will translate to the to the games, and they'll start making 2D games again, hopefully. Ari said the new Sonic is actually cute. Yeah, I mean, Sonic was always kind of a cute little furball hedgehog. Well, I mean, he's a hedgehog after all. Easy for me to say. Yeah, so he should be a cute furry. He should be lovable. And the first trailer, nothing about that I wanted anything to do with. The second one, yeah, like he could be your pet. Like if your pet was... Speaking of which, totally hoping that by the end of the movie, Tails has a cameo or they introduce him somehow. Because, like, imagine if you think Sonic is cute, wait till you see a little floating fox with the fucking tails spinning around and shit, like a little helicopter. Now that could be cool. I hope they do that. Ren said, what I'm wondering echoes some of what you said. How in the wide world of movie making does the first trailer get made? Folks too busy in Hollywood to play a video game. It's crazy because it could be one of two things. It could be the fact that, like, people in Hollywood, when they're making a movie, they automatically think that they know better, so they need to take a property and revamp it or update it or give it their own spin to make it work, because they think that's something they need to do. They think, well, we can't just make a movie about a game. We have to movify it. Movify it? I'm coining that word. That is a word now, by the way. Movify. Just like they movified Mario Brothers. They couldn't just make the Mushroom Kingdom, or at least they thought they couldn't. So they did this bullshit with the meteor and the dinosaurs and all that shit. So I guess maybe they thought, well, we got to update him and change him and make him like look hip. Plus, the other thing too is later on versions of Sonic got that tall, lanky kind of look, that short, chubby, like little pudgy hedgehog look from the 16-bit era. Didn't always last. So maybe they got some. Maybe they went by the later stuff because they thought that's what they should do. And then in trying to update it, they kept moving him one step at a time, further and further away from what he was. And then they just, by the time they got done, they just thought, yeah, this looks cool. Not realizing that they're alienating everybody that's going to watch the movie. Or the conspiracy theory is true. Maybe they somehow knew that it was shitty, and they thought by pulling it back afterwards that it would be like well received because now they're the heroes. Everybody is hailing the people that's making the movie, and I guess is Sega involved in the movie making? I don't even know. Whoever's in charge is being heralded as a hero because they're listening to the fans, they're giving us what they want, and awesome. Could they have got it that wrong to begin with and have it so right now? Like, it seems like they could just look at any of the games or any of the artwork and know that that's not right. Even, okay, I'm starting to rant now, so I'm going to bring it down. But let me just make this point. Even if they knew nothing of the games, they can look at that original Sonic design and know this is not very good. This just forget an IP that people know. This is just not a good-looking CG character in general. It's kind of shitty. We need to fix it. How does that quality control not happen? I just don't understand that. So, Freak said, I'm convinced they already had the redesign done before they released the first trailer. See, that is a popular opinion going around. And to be honest, if that's true, that could be the craziest fucking story in video game, like one of the craziest stories in video games. I mean, think about if that is true. You have a major company that deliberately not only deceives, but tanks their trailer with the intent of fixing it to then, like, you first lower the bar so you can then raise it, but it just gets raised to just a normal, like, we're looking at the new Sonic trailer like it's unbelievable. Like, everybody who watches the Sonic trailer now thinks it's great, especially the ones that have seen the first one. They're like, this is amazing, it's awesome, they did such a great job, we can't wait to see this now, we're so hyped. So we blew ourselves through the roof. But should we have done that? Like, the Sonic trailer we have now is really good. But it should have been really good to begin with. This is a franchise, a 25, 30-year franchise with a huge mascot, a decent budget, enough to hire Jim fucking Carrey and a bunch of other big-name actors. This should have been good to begin with. And then the first one was so shitty, it lowered our expectations, it lowered the bar, And now we're just kind of back up where we should be. Well, we should be up here. I don't know. Are they flim-flamming me? I don't know. It makes my head explode. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if it's all part of their Illuminati plan to fuck with my movie ticket money. But they're going to get it. I'm going to take my kid. I'm going to take my wife. We're going to buy a shitload of popcorn and probably the big ass. If there's a 32 ounce collector cup with Sonic the Hedgehog on it, I'm going to buy it. So they already got my money there. If this is their plan, they got me right on the hook. I mean, it's over and done. They shut up and take my money situation. They could be the greatest masterminds in history if that conspiracy theory is true. I better start playing Sonic or I'm going to be sitting here in a tin hat, like, chanting, looking for UFOs and shit to come abduct me if I don't start playing this game and just keep ranting about that. So let's get over to some gaming. See, Enrique makes a good counterpoint, which he kind of helps bring some sanity back to the debate. He said some stores had merch and posters and even a Halloween mask of the old design, so who knows? You're right. Crop says it could be they put the original trailers to test the design, but they went with an alternate. Well, I will say that to be a little more reasonable or sensible, usually by the time they get to a trailer stage, the stuff is not always finalized. Famously, a lot of the shots for Lord of the Rings Two Towers were not even finished when they took them and had to actually finish them just for the trailer. Like, those parts of the movies weren't even done. So it could be that was like the beta version of the design, which they were just starting to roll out. And then once they saw the negative reaction of the trailer, they could have just had those scenes rendered for the trailer. Maybe like 30%, I'm just guessing. And then once the negative reaction hit, they could have just went to the studio and said, okay, look, full stop, don't render any more scenes, stop, we're going to have to completely overhaul and do the redesign before you do anything else, and then fix that 20 or 30% that's already done. If they did that, then that makes sense why they were able to turn on a dime, because even though they delayed the movie, February wasn't that far where they had to start all over. And CG is no simple thing, to get right and to fix. So it's something they were able to tweak a little bit. Ren said, that's the thing that bugs me too. There's a meta ton of artwork on Sonic, but he's a novel character, which is open to interpretation. This is one of the most established... Oh, he's not a novel character that's open to interpretation. It's one of the most established characters in media. Right. I mean, I'm not so much worried about, some Sonics are like the small versions, some are kind of like the taller, like the failed Sonic Boom series. They had a more taller and lanky versus the one we're going to play tonight. If you can see on the cover art right there, he's like the short, pudgy Sonic. That I don't mind so much, but just the look of him in general, regardless, whatever happened, I'm glad they got it right now. That's the important thing. Crop said, let's not get into that side of the fan base at Ren. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people because I was just kind of perturbed by it, but I wrote it off. I just shrugged it off. I'm like, well, that's par for the course for not only Sonic, but just gaming movies in general. I'm sure if there's Sonic fanboys out there on some subreddit that were probably losing their fucking minds over it, so... I'm sure at least maybe they're happy now. Probably not, though, because you can't be happy on the internet. Okay, so we'll get into some Sonic 2. As I said, by far probably my favorite Sonic game of all time. I can't really argue with that. If I did, I'd be arguing with myself. But yeah, you guys can tell me, just continue that room topic. Are you guys looking forward to the movie? Is there anything in particular in the movie you want to see? Is there stuff you saw that you don't like? Do you like Jim Carrey? What's he going to do? You can also let's talk Sonic games if you want to talk. I can tell you my original story with Sonic is that I know this was like the pack-in for Genesis, and I got it at KB Toys, and I pretty much didn't leave my house for a good friggin'... Actually, wait. Did I not include Tails in this? I gotta get Tails in here. But yeah, I remember getting, like, a Sega Genesis from the mall because my dad bought it for me for like Christmas or something. And yeah, Sonic 2 was awesome. My cousin had the first Sonic, and I remember playing this first and not being able to figure out why I couldn't spin dash in the first one, because obviously that's something they added just in this game. But this game is the best balanced, fun experience you can have as far as a 16-bit platformer, for sure. Playing this actually, now we're not emulating tonight. We are actually playing this on an Xbox One. And that's reason why is because Xbox 360 and the Xbox Live Arcade for the last generation was unbelievable. I mean, Xbox 360, and specifically Xbox Live, killed it last generation. It was by far the best, and they had so many fun Xbox Live Arcade games that came out. And literally, every Sonic game that I can think of came out for Xbox Live Arcade, which I have. And I'm actually playing this on my Xbox One because the cool thing about Microsoft, I mean, not just Microsoft, but they did, you know, credit where credit is due, they did this right. They did a huge portion of their library backwards compatible. So I actually have the Xbox 360 versions of Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3. I don't know if I have Sonic and Knuckles on there or not. And Sonic CD, all available to play, emulate. And you notice too, we got a full screen Sonic here, a 16:9 aspect ratio with a little smoothing on. That's because they include that in the menus. Like if I was emulating, I'd have to do like a 4:3 box and keep it, you know, the ratio right. But yeah, that's the cool thing with these remasters. Not only did they have like achievements, but you can do some cool stuff with the aspect ratio. I used to be like a purist where I only wanted to play the games in like 4:3, but now I'm kind of used to playing, you know, HD widescreen. So anytime I can take advantage of the extra screen space, I will. Granted, it is a little bit stretched, but you guys wouldn't even probably have noticed that had I not said anything. But yeah, props to Microsoft for doing, like, I feel like there's a huge lack of that this generation. Ooh, I got the Chaos Emerald first time, boom. That's probably the only Chaos Emerald we're gonna get. I can usually get one, maybe two, but I can't really get more than that. We could put the cheat code in. There is a cheat code, which I don't know if I can still put it in since I already started, where if I get 50 rings, I automatically get Supersonic, and he goes like invincibility, and he can fly and everything else, so that's kind of cool. But I was actually trying to build up my rings for lives, because I need to build up lives here, because as you remember from our last playthrough, you need a lot of lives to get through these games, because it's like, you know, you have some continues, but then there's no save points. And then I went through the secret area, and it took all my rings, so that sucks. And look, now I'm at the end of the level, so that doesn't even do me good. Alright, so for those listening in the chat who's here tonight, as we always do, we'll be giving a game away. I'm giving you a little hint right now as to the winner, who the winner will be of the code tonight. I'm gonna give you a little hint. Watch my rings. Watch my rings. And I'm not going to jinx it, but we might beat this bitch tonight. Because I'm not too bad at Sonic 2. I played the shit out of this game, so I kind of know, I remember where everything is. And we got to continue. But I need that later, probably. So I guess let's talk about Jim Carrey in the new Sonic movie. Now, I knew they were making a Sonic movie before they announced it, because I get kind of that info ahead of time. But I didn't really keep up with it, so I wasn't familiar with like casting or who was in it. And when Jim Carrey was in the trailer, I think that might be the... Oh, shit. I needed that extra life. I knew I was going to do that. So yeah, when Jim Carrey showed up in the trailer, I think that was a surprise. And I was like, well, that's an interesting choice. But then again, when you got to deal with a larger-than-life, over-the-top character, is there anybody better for that than Jim Carrey? Because, you know, he is a hell of a character actor. I mean, I give credit where credit is due, and I don't like everything Jim Carrey does. And he's a little bit, you know, his attitudes on things now, personally, are a little crazy right now. He's kind of went off the rails. Like, you know how people talk about being woke? I think he's a little too woke. Like, he's super woke, so he's almost so woke you can't understand what the fuck he's saying half the time. But as far as movies go, and acting, he's... First of all, Dumb and Dumber is one of the funniest movies of all time, for sure. And he's been in a lot of other really great movies. He's like, he can do family movies. He can actually do drama, believe it or not. He's a great dramatic actor. And even in some of the comedies he has, like, here and there, they'll sprinkle in, like, a dramatic scene. And he'll kill it. You would think that he was like Daniel Day-Lewis. Okay, well, that might be... that last comment might be going a little too far. I strike that from the record. But still, he's a good actor. So, I was actually kind of glad to see him in there, because then it kind of gives us something to anchor to, because Sonic is such a weird character anyway, as far as a movie goes. So yeah, anyway, I guess what I'm saying is, do you guys think he's going to be good? Is he going to be fun? Is he going to be too over the top? Do you hate Jim Carrey? I know some people just don't like him. They think he's like... It's like some people don't like Adam Sandler. Because he's just too much. But, I don't know. I think he could add a little something fun. I'm desperately trying to get an extra life here. Like, here we go, I'm gonna get it now. Man, that thing grabbed me right as I got my extra life. If I had done that... If I'd have missed that extra life by, like, another 2 seconds, I would have lost all my rings. That would have sucked. Oh, here's... Now, if you've never played Sonic 2, Sonic in general, these water levels are by far the most stress, anxiety-inducing levels in video game history. Now, here's why. Number one, they're kind of difficult to navigate if you get kind of off course. But the main thing, too... Not the main thing, but one of the main things is the fact that, like, you gotta find these air bubbles. And if you don't find one, this crazy, dramatic, suspenseful music starts playing, and an actual countdown starts. It starts basically counting down to your death. And it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, and... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, shit, see? I just went into the abyss. There went my extra life I worked so hard for. So you got to be careful, because you will run out of space on some of these platforms. Yeah, the water levels are... As a kid, oh my god. And there's no better feeling... I died again! Oh my god, what is going on here? Do I just blast past that platform? I need to slow down right there. I don't know what I'm doing yet, and I am not going to lose another life. But yeah, getting an air bubble at the last minute on that Sonic, on any water level in Sonic is so satisfying and relieving. I think I need to be a ball here and run across that, but I think if I was like spin dashing across that water, I wouldn't have died. But I'm not willing to take a chance. Look, we already beat the... I lost 2 lives to get there, and then I beat him in less than 5 seconds. Because the cool thing is, you can really use Tails to your advantage, because Tails can't die, and if you put him in a position where he'll keep hitting him, like while you jump away, Tails is still bouncing on him, so you get a bunch of extra free hits like that. So you definitely, that's a tip. Use Tails if you can. If you have a... I don't know if you can do this on the Xbox version, but on the original Genesis version, you can absolutely... you can absolutely have your second player play as Tails, and they'll just be this invincible extra character running around helping you. And if they die, they just come back immediately, so... I'm fixing my little screen here, guys. Okay. See, look, I waited for 2 seconds, Sonic's already laying down like an asshole. Like, see, that's the attitude that you have to have if you're gonna make a Sonic game. Or a Sonic movie, rather. They definitely, I don't know. I don't know if it's a completely new creative team now or what, but they definitely missed the mark the first time around. This time, they fixed it. You guys are gonna get to see some of that stress-inducing anxiety I was telling you about with the water levels, because this actually has quite a bit of water levels. Or water parts, and... See, here's a little air bubble. Watch, when I get it, it'll restore my air. Yeah, if you get stuck in a place under here, I don't know if it's gonna happen here, because I kinda know where I'm going, but... Especially if you've never played it before and you don't know where to go. Like, if you get stuck in a spot where there's not a lot of air... Oh, like right now? Look, I'm down here in this thing. Oh, shit. Oh, I died! Oh my god! I was right there! Did you see that bubble float up? Did you see that? See? Like, I'm breathing heavy, my face is red, I was holding my breath that whole time, literally. I was trying to get that air bubble. See, that is what 16-bit platforming is all about. That stressful, anxiety-inducing craziness. Woo! I gotta take a breather. Alright, so don't get trapped under the water again. Try not to have a heart attack here. Solus said, I'm liking the look way better than they showed, or what he saw it. Yeah, he's talking about the Sonic trailer, which we were talking about earlier. I'm definitely glad they got it on track, that's for sure. I mean, I can only imagine the friggin' disaster it would have been had they just stayed the course. Or they're like, well, you know, we know what we're doing. You guys will love it. Just trust us. What's crazy too is I don't know of any other film that I can think of. I mean, I'm sure it's happened where they have gone so far in the creative process as to actually release their trailer with a release date coming, and then just completely put the brakes on and like pivot based on fan reaction. Like, has that ever happened? I honestly don't know of any instance that it has. And let me also say, that's not always a good thing, meaning sometimes fans don't get it right. You can't really allow... See, I'm going to sound like I'm being hypocritical here, but you can't really allow, I guess, what you would call fanboys to dictate your creative process and be involved in what you're trying to do a lot of the times, because they go at it from different motivations and different... Like, an artist or a creative process has a certain direction, a certain target it's trying to hit. So it's not a good idea to let people outside of that process start influencing or dictating the process. They should be the end result, not, you know, in the middle. I think that's a good... I don't think that's controversial. I don't think that's a controversial statement, usually. But then again, you cannot deny that had it not been for them listening to the fan reaction, we would not have a better looking Sonic. So, I don't know. It's crazy. But then again, I guess movies like Sonic the Hedgehog don't get made every day either. I mean, if this was just like a Scorsese movie, Scorsese knows what he's doing. And he doesn't need input from other people. And if anybody did try to tell Scorsese, like, hey, I don't like what you're doing with Raging Bull, I don't think he would do that. Like, you need to change his look or change his style or... I mean, actually, I think a good example of that is that new movie that he's doing called The Irishman, which has Pacino, Pesci, and De Niro all in it, and it follows the story of Jimmy Hoffa. Now, from what I've heard... Oh, shit, I really needed those rings. I just lost all my rings. I need to get an extra life to make up for some of the ones I lost. From what I understand, from what I'm reading, the Scorsese movie about Hoffa is not the most historically accurate version. And actually, I think it has a lot to do with De Niro making the movie, too. I think De Niro had maybe some input or some part of the creative process. But the point is, if you watch the new movie Irishman, which I've not seen yet, which I will, though, because it looks great. If you watch it to be, you know, historically accurate, it's not a good idea. Because, from what I'm hearing, it's not. It's not an accurate portrayal of the events surrounding Hoffa. Is that important for it to be a good movie? And is that something that you would say to Martin Scorsese? Say, hey, look, Marty, this is not historically accurate, therefore you need to change it and change it in these ways. Scorsese knows how to make a good movie. So just because he chose not to, you know, make it completely factual, that doesn't make him wrong. Because the guy knows what he's doing. He knows how to make a good movie. So, at what point do you not fuck with the creative process? And what point do you need to? In, you know, case in point, Sonic the Hedgehog. Enrique said, water levels. Ugh, yeah, exactly. They are so stressful. So stressful. Do you notice I took my time the last time? Anytime I found a little air bubble pocket, I stopped. Usually I would just keep going. So I said, weird seeing a skinny Robotnik, though. Sometimes they do. They're not. There have been a few things I've seen that got messed up because of fans. So he's talking about some of the stuff we were talking about. Now, to your point about the skinny Robotnik, here's the thing. If you remember in the original trailer, because Jim Carrey looks pretty normal, but there's a shot in the original trailer where he looks like the crazy cartoon version of Robotnik with the big mustache and I think the bald head. Is he going to change into that, or is it another theory, which I have? And as far as I know, this is my theory. I haven't read this anywhere. I don't know if this is a thing. I'm just putting it out there. If it happens, maybe it's true. Because it looks like Sonic can travel between worlds with his rings. So like the rings aren't just he's not just collecting for no reason. They're like portals, which is also a nod to the game, which you jump inside the ring to get to some of the special stages. And again, another cool nod that they did. Could it be that there's a version of Robotnik from his world and Carrie is playing both versions, and the crazy over-the-top Robotnik version actually exists still? He's just he's like the Sonic's original world's version of Jim Carrey. Because you see Sonic running around in like the Green Hill Zone at the beginning of the trailer. So maybe there's a version of Dr. Robotnik in his world that looks like the cartoon, and maybe he won't be, you know, the crazy skinny version. Who knows? I don't know. And Solus also said, anyone seen Terminator Dark Fate yet? No spoilers in the chat, please, because I haven't seen it. I will see it, but from what I understand, we actually last week's stream, I forgot, was themed around that, because we actually played Terminator 2, the arcade game, the shooting game, in light of the Terminator trailer. I said this in the stream last week. It's bombed essentially at the box office. I think it was a $185 million budget. They only made like 20 or 30 their opening weekend, and they're expected to make way like it's seriously going to be very doubtful that it'll ever make its money back, which makes sense to me, because at this point, first of all, Terminator I don't think is going to appeal to the average moviegoer now. I like it because I grew up on it, but first of all, I think it's the fan base is kind of aged out of it a little bit. The other thing is they've already made so many other Terminator movies and fucked them up so many times. Like, how many times did they think that they could just keep making Terminator movies and people would just forget? Like, they remember that these Terminator movies are a bomb. Like, they're not worth seeing. They've already did, like some of the ideas they're trying to put forward here, they've already done. Like, the idea of, like, oh, this girl is supposedly, like, a cyborg with, like, partial human parts, partial Terminator parts. We already saw that in Terminator Salvation. There was a guy there that had, like, he was essentially a human Terminator that they used to trick John Connor or something like that. I can't remember. I actually like that movie. I think it's pretty good. It's underrated. A lot of people don't like it. And then they did the same thing, like, oh, I got old Arnold. He's like an old Terminator. He's a T-800, but he's old. Well, we also saw that in the stupid remake they just did, Genesis, with Emilia Clarke. So, the ideas behind the movie are just kind of tired and they're done, and I assume I'm gonna see it, but to be honest, like I'll probably see it at the theater just because I grew up on Terminator 2. It was a huge event in my life. It was a huge event in everybody's life as far as, you know, blockbuster movies. Ooh, jackpot. Look at that. Boom, I just hit the jackpot, people. I almost got 2 lives out of that. If I can get another 40 rings, I'll get 2 lives off that one jackpot. That is awesome. Wish I won at the casino in real life like that. Oh, I didn't have enough time to get another one. But yeah, so I'll probably see Terminator in theaters just because I do like Terminator personally, but I don't have high hopes. Like, I hope they give me a good story and fix it. I also don't like the fact, though, that all these Terminator movies completely undid the point of the second one. Like, where they could fix everything, and then ever since then, it's like, nope, you can't fix anything. Nothing you did in the first or the second film mattered. Like, so what's the point? No matter how many Terminators you stop, no matter how many different versions of Judgment Day you prevent, it's a never-ending cycle of fucking murdering assassin robots that are going to come back in time and try to kill you, or try to kill your family, or try to kill the most important leader in the Resistance. It's just, I don't get it. So anyway, I know it sounds like I don't want to see the movie, but I really do. I will see it. Now, I will say, if I end up seeing it on demand, that'll be fine too. Like, I assume I'm going to see it, but to be honest, I'd already forgotten about it. Like, when somebody mentioned it, I had forgotten that it was even out. So, if I miss it at the theater and I see it on demand, I'll be just fine with that. the hell? Am I like stuck in a loop here? I'll try to get another jackpot here. I'm out of beverage, dude. I'm gonna have to take a quick break and go get a drink, y'all. After this, I'll try to clear the casino scene. Or level. Oh no! Wow, I went to the jackpot one too many times. That sucks. Took all my rings. Maybe one of the reasons I like Sonic 2 as well is because, or as well, not as well. Let me try that again. One of the reasons I like Sonic 2 so much is I feel like it's a little bit more forgiving on like rings and just the levels and things, but I don't know. I might just be so practiced at it that, ah, shit. I was doing so well, I had my rhythm. See, how are they going to get any crazy shit like this in the game? Or the movie, rather. Where you're literally a giant pinball fighting Robotnik in a pinball thing. Speaking of pinball, so here's a question. How many folks have played Sonic Spinball? Now that's a game. That's a hard game too. But it's pretty fun. Like, that's very indicative of like that time period of like Sega Genesis for me. Like playing Sonic Spinball on like a Friday night. Like that was pretty cool. Alright, so I'm gonna take a quick break, guys. Go to grab a drink. Don't nobody go nowhere. I will be right back, answer all your questions in the chat, and we will finish up some Sonic, and then give away some gaming goodness, as we do every week. So I will be right back. I said, wrecked him? Damn near killed him. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Who's still with me? Who is still with me? Okay, so Sola said the new Sonic CD was my favorite ones. When you say the new Sonic, which Sonic are you talking about? When you say new, you're not talking about Sonic Mania, are you? Because like yeah, it's new, but that's technically kind of like a throwback to the old ones. Pro said, honestly, I think they stuck with the timeline from Terminator Genesis instead of just scrapping it. I think that duration had potential. Oh, you said you wish they'd have stuck. I'm like, oh my god, are you serious? Because I could have swore Cameron said he was starting over with like picking up from Terminator 2 or whatever. You guys want to hear the best sound in the world? Watch. Oh yeah. Yeah, the fact that they just keep starting over, that's kind of shitty too. It's just like, oh, yeah, reset. It's like when you're like, did you ever play games as a kid? I guess you guys may not realize this if you're not as old as I am, but like specifically Sonic, like if I was playing against somebody and I was beating them, they would just like hit the reset button on the console, would drive me crazy. And they would just keep doing that. And I'd be yelling at them. Now, I feel like that's what they've done with some of these movies. They just keep like reset, like until they just think they're going to get it right. But I think Terminator's done now. I don't think Terminator can survive this kind of like just embarrassing falling on your face repeatedly. And now this was supposed to be the ultimate version of it. Cameron was back. They're going back to Terminator 2, which is the one that everybody loves, and it still failed. So I think Terminator's done as a thing. The new game's coming out. There's a game that should be pretty decent. I don't know if it's going to set the world on fire, but I think Terminator might be done. I don't know. Oh, Sola said the new Sonic game Generations. Yeah, I know that they kind of mix the old and the new with that, but yeah, as I've always said, I got no use whatsoever for 3D Sonic. Also, this Hilltop Zone is a little tricky. Hopefully I don't die here, because from what I remember, there's a lot of hairy, like, cliffs and things you can get... Oh, crap. You can get stuck on. Not stuck, but you can actually fall off of. Like, you can... If you don't hit the right, if you don't hit the right... What do you call them things? The pulley or the lever or whatever. If you fall off of one, you'll just fall right off the cliff, so I gotta be careful. This the catapult ball things kept getting me. I may be past the point now in the game where I'm going to be getting that many extra lives, because... Damn it! I keep forgetting it's going over there. What? I keep forgetting this ball thing comes on my side. I thought it was just going to go straight down. And then I got to move over. Keep forgetting that. See, like these things here, whatever these platforms or whatever, like these can be scary because you don't know exactly where you're gonna fall down to. It's so satisfying when you like drill down into the dirt and it's like chung 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 chung. That is good stuff right there. Now, we're going to get pretty far in this game tonight. We've already been streaming for about almost an hour. We're over halfway, I believe. We'll get really far. Shit. I think we're going to get to the end. Like, which is the space station with Robotnik and Robo Sonic. I don't know if I'm going to beat it, though. I can easily beat Robotnik. Like, the giant mech at the end, if you've ever played this, you know that Robotnik gets in a giant mech robot at the end of this. Oh, shit. Am I stuck here? And that's actually not that hard to beat at all. Like, I know that pattern, and it's... For me, it's super simple to beat. I always have trouble with the Robo Sonic, because he has this weird pattern, and you can only hit him on like a certain spot, and he has spikes on the back, so that might trip us up. I also am not that great at the sky level, like right before that, like the air battery stage, I forget what it's called, but... So Sola said, I think he's been trying to kill it. Are you talking about Cameron? Because I know Cameron wanted to revive the whole... Like, he thought maybe if he came back and tried to rejuvenate the series, he could maybe even turn it into like a... Like, I think they had more than one movie playing it. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. Archangel said, enjoy the live streams. I watch them often. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I gotta tell you, I enjoy hanging out with you guys. It's the only reason I do it, to be honest. It's a fun hang. It gives me an opportunity to play some games that I normally wouldn't take the time to in my regular life because I don't really have time. And, it's fun. I'm literally here as long as you guys want me to be. As soon as you're done with me, then I won't stream anymore. Alright, I'm at 71. Is there any chance I'm gonna bank an extra life here? Because I kind of need it for later. I mean, I will say, I haven't used a single continue yet, and if you watch my Sonic and Knuckles stream, you can see how I suffered through that. Oh, there's extra life I needed. So I'm banking... I got 6 lives with like 2 or 3 continues, so we should be doing pretty good. Yeah, the 100%, like, I thought this was the case. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna jump in here and do a special stage, since I just got my extra life. I was speculating that Sonic and Knuckles might not be my favorite Sonic game like I thought, and then it is actually Sonic 2, which I always go back and forth between the two. 100%, unequivocally, now that I've played this game for the last hour, absolutely my favorite Sonic game. It's the best Sonic game, too. This is the best Sonic the Hedgehog game. That's it. The jury is out. And if you don't agree, you can fight me. But don't fight me, because I don't want to get beat up. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But, yeah, I think I can pretty much say unequivocally that this friggin' game is just so good in so many ways. I mean, what Sonic game can beat this? Now, I will say, because somebody mentioned earlier, I think it was Solus. I almost got hit there. Oh, shit. I was reading the chat and I lost track of my rings. I think it was Solus that said his favorite Sonic CD. I hear that a lot. That Sonic CD is people's favorite. And while I like Sonic CD... Oh, shit! I fucked up. Wow, that was stupid, guys. I went into the special zone and lost my rings, and now I don't have any rings for the final battle. I gotta go get some. Fuck that. Where's some rings? Here we go. Yeah, I like Sonic CD. It's not at all my favorite. Like, I think Sonic 1 is better than Sonic CD. I think Sonic... I don't know, yeah, I definitely, under no circumstances, would I consider Sonic CD to be, like, one of the best. I mean, it's very good. Don't get me wrong, very good. But I like a lot of the other ones. But I don't know, I guess it just depends on what you like. Maybe what you grew up on, too, because Sonic CD came out a little bit later on. So maybe some of the younger kids that missed like the first two, because Sonic 2 was packed in with the Genesis Model 2, the compact version. Ooh, listen to this. That is one of the coolest video game themes ever for a level. It's like Halloween-y, but not really. You could listen to this just like in general. So cool. So cool. Again, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, in every way. Gameplay, level design, music. It's the best Sonic game. You cannot argue. It's done. I'm gonna have to download this and put it on my phone as my ringtone. This is such a catchy tune. Now, I will say, I love time travel stuff. Back to the Future is my favorite movie, which, as you can see behind me, maybe not right now, but love time travel stuff. There is that cool aspect of time travel in Sonic CD, so that's kind of neat. Actually, you know what? I will say it's kind of neat in the sense that I like the idea of it, but as a gameplay mechanic, I never really got into it that much. I was never that interested in it. I like the idea of just, like, going as fast as you can from the left to the right, using Sonic speed to get through stuff, blow through the level, and do the next one. So the idea of, like, moving them all around and going to different versions or stages and shit like that wasn't really a thing. It really didn't hook me, you know what I mean? So it's got an extra life, by the way, so now we're doing pretty good. Now we're doing pretty good. Archangel said, I remember your Sonic and Knuckles stream, and you were frustrated that it takes away the fun. You seem to be having fun this time. Yeah, that's 100% true. I was really frustrated at a bunch of shit on Sonic and Knuckles. I haven't really died. Like, I died once or twice so far. I haven't really died at all this stream. Because it's just... it's fun. I love this game. I know this game. Oh shit, that was dumb. But yeah... Sonic and Knuckles was a lot crazier than I remember, difficulty-wise. It's probably just because I wasn't as practiced, I'm sure. But... come on. So maybe next stream is doing another Sonic game. Is that too much for like 2 weeks in a row? Because I could always play the first Sonic. I like it pretty well as well. You know the game that I don't really play that much? I never really played it that much growing up. I played it and I beat it, and I've played it since then. But I don't really give too much love to Sonic 3. But it had a really cool... like, I remember there's a level in Sonic 3... shit, I'm stuck. Now I'm stuck. See, if you fall... I remember this pit. If you fall down there, you can't get out. But, I remember Sonic 3 had a cool, like, snowboarding level. That was kind of unique. But overall, I never really played Sonic 3 as much, so... I don't even remember too much about that. Obviously, I know that that's where Knuckles is, like, introduced. So we could play Sonic 3. But that's another one of those things where, when people talk about Sonic the Hedgehog, I don't hear that many people saying, like, oh yeah, Sonic 3 is, like, my favorite. It's always one of the earlier ones or one of the later ones. But, I mean, it's still a solid game. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of this 2D Sonics. I'm sorry. Any 16-bit Sonic is pretty good. I mean, pretty damn good. Pretty fun. I guess if I had to leave you with one word tonight to describe the Sonic experience of my childhood, it would be consistency. The Sonic 16-bit stuff was just consistently good across the board. Gonna get crushed here if I don't hurry up. Now the 3D Sonic stuff, not so much. Actually, they're consistent, consistently bad. I mean, maybe okay. I'll give you guys that. I'll throw that out to the chat. Is there anybody in the chat that has played a legitimately good 3D Sonic game that they just like love? I know somebody mentioned Generations recently. Now I will say that Sonic Adventure, I think is what it was called for the Dreamcast. I didn't think that was quite as bad as everybody else thought. I remember hating it when it first came out, but then I played it later and I thought it was okay, and I actually got through it. I think I beat it. I think 3D Blast... Oh man, I almost got crushed by that box. Almost did it again. Almost did it again. I think 3D Blast on Genesis is one of the worst 3D Sonic games ever. But, I mean, overall, none of them are fun. Like, I'll never have as much fun playing a 3D Sonic game as I am right now, because I like the 2D gameplay mechanics. I don't like that twist and turn bullshit that they always try to do with the 3D Sonic stuff. It doesn't interest me. Half the time I don't even know which direction I'm going in or flying to and trying to figure that out. And I don't like the 3D running thing that they always make you do towards the camera, and they put like a boulder or something's always behind you chasing you, so you're like running from it. None of that appeals to me. That is not a good... That does not make a good Sonic game, in my opinion. I'm gonna play a good Sonic game. This one. This is a good Sonic game. Now I gotta watch this for the spikes and shit coming out of the top. Get. And we're done. See, I'm blowing through these Robotnik levels too, because I know them. I know what to expect. I've played it a million times. Solus said about Sonic CD, you can go to the future and the past, which always intrigued me. Yeah, I get that. That's a cool idea. I played 1, 2, and 3 in CD. I do like 2. That was okay. Enrique said Sonic Adventure 2 is a gold star in terms of nostalgia. Well, okay, so... Ooh, the oil level. I kind of don't like this level. We'll see if we get through it. So what was Sonic... Like, why do you like Sonic Adventure... Or was it Sonic Adventure? Or Advanced? Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure 2. Did you just have nostalgia for it? What'd you do, like buy a Dreamcast and it was like packed in or something? Because I didn't play the second one, but I imagine it's not too different than the first one. And, I mean, yeah, I can see getting attached to it just like if it was representative of a time in your life that was just really fun, so you had other fun stuff going on, and Advanced happens to be the game of choice at that time. I have some games like that. I have some movies like that too. But you'll have to tell me what's up with... I assume there has to be something more to it, to your nostalgia. I can't imagine you just loved it that much as a game. Maybe I'm wrong, but... super concentrating right now. Just need 3 more rings for another life. Need as many lives as I can get. I expect to lose a ton of lives. There we go. I expect to lose a ton of lives on the air stage where Tails supposedly dies, which was I know that's crazy to think, but like there's a level where Tails is flying an airplane and then he like crashes, and if you've never played the game before, you'd think he dies. Like, you'd think that literally the plane crashed and he dies. So that was kind of traumatizing for a kid. Little fox buddy. Got murdered. Didn't make it. So hold on. So we have a Sonic debate going on in the chat. So Enrique... Sola said that Sonic 2 was okay. Enrique said Sonic Adventure is a gold star. We talked that. Enrique said the Cho Garden, especially on GameCube, I played it, raising them to be good or evil. Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. The Chaos. Is it the Chaos? Hey, what's up, Mayo? Yeah, I don't know anything about Sonic 2. Not Sonic 2. I do know lots about Sonic 2. I don't know anything about Sonic Adventure 2. But I'm just gonna like we already said, I'm gonna chalk that up. If it's a 3D Sonic, and I know that was on Dreamcast, I believe. So, or maybe was that on GameCube? I don't know. Maybe it came out later on, and that's when Sega started making stuff for third-party stuff. So maybe that was GameCube. But the point is, I'm gonna chalk that up, that nostalgia, to the fact that it was, you know, maybe not as much the game, but your experiences surrounding the game. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And another life for points, and another continue, dude. We're killing this game tonight. I think we're gonna beat it, or we're gonna lose a lot. We're gonna lose a lot of lives trying. Oh, come on. Like, jump off that platform. The other advantage of playing this on a Xbox is I got the really nice controller. I've actually got the really sweet, comfortable Xbox One controller, which the controls are nice and tight, and the D-pad is nice, and everything about it. The buttons are good. Oh shit, did I fuck up? I think I fucked up. Oh good, I thought I was stuck down here. Emulating, I only have like... It's not a shitty USB controller, it's actually a really nice one, but it's not my favorite controller ever. Like the way it's made. So having to emulate with that, not my favorite thing. So yeah, getting to play Sonic with a really nice controller. Because I will say, even though it was only 3 buttons, and I know some of the other kids would use like the 6 buttons, which I never had, so I never got used to, but I always like the 3 button anyway, because I always like the simplicity of just like having the 3 buttons. But the Sega Genesis controllers, really all the controllers, like the Super Nintendo controller, Sega Genesis controller, all the 16-bit stuff, even the Nintendo, I'm not just going to talk about the 16-bit, just a lot of the classic, oh shit. A lot of the classic controllers were really tight, really nice, and you kind of miss that in some of the modern day USB stuff if you're not careful. Which I'm actually working on building a RetroPie right now, and I saw a really cool, I think it's like a Bluetooth one that I'm going to get when my build is done, where it's actually in the shape of like the Super Nintendo controller, but it has analog sticks and the D-pad looks really nice on it, so. So I just made a bad mistake there. I, for some reason, was thinking that I could, I was thinking I could kill the laser, and that's not true. But I think I've got Robotnik down to like 1 life, or 1 hit. So this should be it. As long as I don't die trying to kill him. There we go. Yeah, I got this. Oh, shit. Dropped my controller, I got so excited. Oh man, okay, so we're really getting into this now. So, man, this takes a while to beat this game. I mean, I'm gonna stick with it. I didn't plan to stream this long, but also wasn't sure that I was gonna play Sonic. So this Metropolis level is actually longer than usual. This is gonna be, it actually has 3 stages to it. Then we have the flying level. Then we have like the airship level. Then we have the space station battle, which I honestly don't know how I'm gonna do. If I can get past Robosonic, I know I can beat the game. Like 100% certain. If I get past Robosonic, I'll beat the game. Oh, that was dumb. Wow, you don't. If you stand up under those spikes, you die. Crazy. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Just means it's gonna take a few more minutes to get through this whole thing. Thought I was getting wrapped up here. It's alright. I'm gonna play it. I wanna do it right. Being that this is my favorite Sonic game ever, which I think, you know, have I mentioned that? Have I told you guys that Sonic 2 is definitely my favorite Sonic game? I don't think I've said that. You want to see something cool? Watch. When I run in this thing, it stops. Like a really cool thing. You can actually crush yourself on this thing. If you roll this thing all the way to the top, you'll totally crush yourself, which is just like the funnest little... I know I shouldn't like that it's a death trap, but this game has the best level design. I mean, props to, like, what do you call it? I guess this Sega team? I guess that's who would have been doing this at the time. Really deserve a lot of credit for this level of innovation. I'm just gonna stay here for the rest of the stream. I'm gonna grab a drink. Is that not the most beautiful sound you've ever heard? Alright, that's 1 of 3 down. Ricky said, hashtag a bouncy boy. That's got, am I keeping track of, like, how many... Am I keeping track of how many rings? I did mention that earlier. Did you guys get that hint earlier? If you didn't, I already know what the giveaway is going to be. And earlier in the stream, I gave a hint, and I'll give it again. Watch the rings. Watch the rings. Look at this, I gotta run on that platform and that thing's gonna try to squish me. Like, no joke here. Oh, I jumped too soon! I didn't mean to jump on top of it, that was stupid. Just try to jump between it. Oh man, it took me back to the beginning. This thing is like, well, I guess I wasn't that far to begin with, but still. The music on this level's pretty rockin' too. Oh, come on, you green bastard. I had a good roll going there with some rings. Maybe get a life to replace that last one I blew on that stupid platform. So, Crow said, so, everyone excited for Reach on PC. What are you talking about there? Because... I thought you, for a second there, I thought you said they're like... Maybe saying they're releasing like Halo Reach for the PC? And I'm like, oh shit, that'd be awesome. Probably not so lucky. I'm a PC guy when it comes to shooters. Like, I'm playing Call of Duty on Xbox right now, and I'm pretty obsessed with that. But, like, I always enjoyed Halo on the PC much better. Shit. Much better than, like, the console, personally. Even though I know it started on Xbox originally. Halo PC, like the first Halo on PC, was amazing. So I would love it if they would do another Halo PC game. Wait, he's... so... Sola said Halo, they are on Steam. I just didn't see it. So are you serious? Wait a minute, so... They did a port of one of the Halo Reach games and put it on Steam? Because it was originally only on Xbox, right? Like, somebody confirmed that in the chat. Is it... Because I know there was a side series from the original... What the hell? Why am I back here? It sent me all the way back down. This is crazy. I thought I was making progress. I'm just, like, redoing old stuff now. But yeah, somebody confirm outside... Because I played all the main series Halo games, but then there was, like, Reach and I think some other games on the side I didn't get to. So, are they putting that on PC now? Because if so, I might have to go check that out. Why can't I get back up there? Oh my gosh, I'm like stuck here. I can't move. I'm like scared I'm gonna get squished. I should just wait till it drops and just run. No, I shouldn't. Shit. Why am I having so much trouble with it now? Am I that afraid of it? My God, I will get up there in a minute. I can't get up there! You guys watching this? I'm having performance anxiety issues, or Performance issues. I can't get in there. I'm gonna get it this time. Watch. I can't, for the life of me, get in there. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What happened? What happened? I'm stuck. I can't do it. I'm choking. I'm choking. Is there another way around this? There. Okay, I went over the top. Fuck it. That was embarrassing. I cut that shit out of the stream. Oh wait, it's a live stream. You can't do that. Damn it. Sola said yes, December 3rd. Trailer is on there. I'm gonna have to check that out. I mean, yeah, I haven't played a Halo on PC in years, and that was always my favorite version. I wonder, shit. Wonder if it's gonna be any good. Because here's the thing, another reason why I love... the other reason why I love PC shooters is... Good lobster. The reason I love PC shooters is 9 times out of 10, I'm glad I hit that halfway point. 9 times out of 10, they'll give you like a filter in the multiplayer map where like if you have like a specific map, not just a mode, but like a map, which I used to do all the time on Halo. I had like maps I wanted to play all the time. Like Danger Canyon on Halo, the first Halo PC. I said Halo. Halo. Yeah, like maps like Danger Canyon or Blood Gulch or something. You just get in the mood to play certain things. And with a PC, you can usually set the playlist or set a filter and only play on a certain server that has that map going all the time. Consoles, it's always a playlist, and you're just kind of thrown into whatever map they want to give you. And that always sucks. So that's what I love about PC shooters. To say nothing of the fact that I can do pretty good with mouse and keyboard in Halo versus trying to do it on thumbsticks, which I'm not good at all. But mouse and keyboard, I'm not actually too bad. I'll tell you a trick. What I used to do for the original Halo, I had an adapter that let me convert a PlayStation 2 pad, or PlayStation 2 controller to USB. So I would sit with my PlayStation 2 controller on my PC. Hold on, I gotta focus here. I'm about to die. So I would sit with my PlayStation 2 controller in my left hand, and I had my right hand on my mouse, because in Halo, which is another great thing about PCs, you could split the configurations. So I put the movement and some of the actions, like getting in and out of the Warthog or doing certain things, to my pad, like the left pad and like the thumbsticks. Not the thumbsticks, like the shoulder pads. So some movements were controlled with my left hand, and then my shooting and my aiming was done with my right hand. So I was really dialed into like a good setup where I felt like I had complete control over everything. And I was able to hit targets and move around a lot quicker, and I didn't even have to think about it. So that was another cool thing about PC gaming, that, you know, consoles really need to get a little bit with the times as far as that goes. I guess they kind of are, because let's face it, the average person is not looking for the level of control I am. They actually want the opposite. I like super customization and options. Most people just want to keep things simple and dumbed down. Then again, consoles are becoming PCs. The next generation of consoles is probably going to be the closest thing to literally like a PC on your media center. Eventually, I think it might get to the point where there are no more console releases. It's just upgrading hardware, which is exactly what a PC gaming desktop would be. So Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I will definitely have to check out that new Halo Reach port for PC. I can't believe they just did that kind of out of the blue. I can't see much point in it, but I'm glad they did it. It would be nice if they did, like, as far as I remember, I could be wrong about this. I think I got it right, though. I don't think they did any of the remastered editions for PC. Like, the remaster stuff was all really cool, and I played all of that, and I actually think I still probably have some of it on my Xbox, or my Xbox 360 hard drive, not sure. But, like, yeah, if they should have did, like, a remastered PC version, that would have been really cool for Steam or something. Because, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Microsoft, like, their Windows, Games for Windows initiative was kind of like their PC version of Xbox Live, or their version of Steam, which, like, just didn't go anywhere. So it's funny to see them kind of giving that up, putting it on Steam now. Which technically would be, like, their competitor, as far as, like, desktop PC gaming apps, but... Alright, these stupid spikes have been a pain in my ass all night! I'm about to be careful. Again, I thought I could jump up there real quick. I'm gonna have to wait till I know it's for sure safe. There we go. That's a halfway point. That didn't help me. Whew, man, those were rough. Alright, hopefully this is the boss. Soon. Because this is a long-ass level. Oh, I'm so stupid! I'm so stupid! Look at me, I'm all the way back down here like a... Alright, you guys don't... Close your eyes. Pretend you didn't see that. I went backwards. I got confused, went backwards, jumped back over all my progress, and died. Luckily, I hit this save point, but still. That was all kinds of stupid right there. Like, you gotta be a... Shit, I died again. You gotta be a special kind of stupid to backtrack over your own area. I'm starting to get low on lives, too. I'm like, only got like 3 lives left. I gotta be careful. See, that is not being careful. I got no rings. I'm stuck on these platforms. Oh, damn it. I'm gonna lose my continue here. I might have to start all over. See, I'm rushing. I gotta stop. Alright, slow down. At least get to the next level before I die. That way I don't have to backtrack this whole level. It's getting late and we're really playing a live stream all night. Okay, I gotta be careful now. I need to get some rings. I need to, Okay, well there's a little better. I keep missing that platform. Up there. Up there. Maybe I'll just go this way. Can I get up that way? Stupid friggin' thing. Like, I've definitely had enough of these Metropolis levels. Like, give me a break. Just give me the boss. Like, this did not need to be... Like, okay, so... I've been talking the praise, nothing but praise of Sonic 2 all night. So I'm gonna give you a criticism, to make it fair. I am not a fan of the fact that the Metropolis level had to be 3 stages. There was no point. Did not need to be 3 friggin' stages. Because I'm kind of burnt out of the Metropolis. Like, all the other levels I've had a lot of fun with. This one I'm kind of burnt out of now. I'm kind of burnt out on it. Because it took so long. And I lost, look how many, I lost like 5 lives on this level. I think this is the Robotnik where he's got like the ghost ones. Yep, see, there you go. It's very, Super Mario-esque. I feel like this Robotnik level would be right at home in like a Boo house. I got it though. As long as I can get to the next level, I should be good. Because even if I die on this one life, which I will, I know I have a shit ton of continues, so that should get me where I need to be as far as, you know, getting closer to the end. Which I think after this is one main... There's 2 main levels. Like a flying level, which it's pretty simple. It's almost like a bonus level. And then like the sky stage. Then there's like the airship. And then just the final boss fight, so should be good. Alright. Ooh, I got nervous there for a second. Glad I got through that, though. But again, thanks for everybody stopping by our Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time live stream, hanging out in the chat, having some fun. We are pushing 2 hours on this live stream because I am trying to get through Sonic 2. But I think I'm going to do it. We'll see. Let's see... Only Halo 1 was properly ported on PC. 2 got a really bad port. See, I did like 2, but I didn't really compare it. I played 2 on PC and the original Xbox. Not original Xbox. It was on 360, obviously. But yeah. Yeah, I always liked the PC port of Halo 2, but then again, I don't know. Maybe... Was there something about it that wasn't quite right? Because, I mean... I never really liked the console versions of Halo anyway, so for me, the PC ports are always the best ones. So I'm not a good judge of that, to be honest. Because I'd always prefer the PC port anyway. Yeah, and I do remember now, that's funny, I do remember how, like, the original... Halo, that's funny that you reminded me of that. Halo 2 was only, you could only play it on Windows Vista, which is kind of like a laughable version of Windows there for a while. So I had like to dual boot my computer. I remember I installed Vista just so I could play Halo, and it was the only thing on that. I divided up my hard drive, like I sectioned off like 5 or 10 gigs of hard drive space, made a new partition, installed Vista just on that, had a dual boot at the beginning, so I had to pick which hard drive I wanted, or which operating system I wanted. And when I wanted to play Halo, I did boot into Vista. And literally the only thing on Vista was just my icon for Halo 2 on the desktop, and that's the only time I ever used it. That was kind of funny, I do remember... That was the only time I ever used Vista for anything. But I will say, and now I'm getting on a tangent about Windows... Windows 10 has been out for a while, and they want you to switch, and they've announced that they've stopped supporting Windows 7. I still run Windows 7. I love Windows 7. I will stop using Windows 7 when they pry it from my cold dead hands, which obviously is soon, because they're not going to support it anymore, and a lot of the hardware or software issues I'm running into recently have a lot to do with the fact that I'm not... Watch out, Tails dies here. Oh no! See, you think he's dead, but he's not. Spoiler. But yeah, a lot of the issues that I'm having with software, I'm going to have to upgrade to Windows 10 soon because I can't. It's just outdated. Windows 7. But a lot of what I love about Windows 7, like the look of it, even though Vista wasn't a very good operating system features-wise and compatibility, just a million different things about Vista that wasn't good. The look of it and updating it from Windows... Let's see. What was... Oh, shit, Jason. Talking, not paying attention. That's not game over, because we got continues. What was the thing before Vista? Windows 9... Windows XP. So Vista definitely had a bunch of really cool, like, visual improvements. And it kind of is what became... I got 5 continues, awesome. It's what Windows 7 became, so... I gotta give props to Vista for its contributions to 7, which is what I friggin' love, so... Yeah, I'm unfortunately gonna have to upgrade to Windows 10 at some point soon. But I really don't wanna. Really don't wanna. Oh, this level is intense. I'm like up here in the air, trying not to die. You know what's crazy too is I just remembered this actually has its own boss fight. So I'm gonna have to get through this without dying, which is hard enough. Do a boss fight here, then go up into outer space, and then there'll be 2 more boss fights, then the game's over. So I still got my work cut out for me, but... Gonna be one point where you're like hanging on the side of the friggin' plane, and that's always hard to like judge that and make sure. Damn it! I'm trying to get extra life here, chicken. Shoot me with them eggs. Where like yeah, you're like hanging on the side of the plane, and you don't hit the right switch thing, you fall, and like I think this is it right here. Ooh, man. I remember trying to figure that out when I was a kid, having no idea where to go, and just keep, like, just flying off into the friggin' air. These are hard, too. You gotta get across these platforms before they fall. Oh! Like that. Damn it. Like, I was jumping as fast as I could. I mean, I don't see how else I could have did that. I guess I'm gonna have to check the timing or something. Oh, come on. I didn't think that propeller could hurt me. Whoa, look at that. Like way up here in the air. I don't even know how that happened. Did I just find some, like, secret area? No, probably not. Would be that lucky. Like, is there any way I can go, like, a different way and not have to go outside? Probably not. Yeah, clearly not. Alright, so I really gotta move my ass on these, like, platforms. Ooh! Thank God they gave me a friggin'... Oh, what was that about? Oh, that was horseshit. Did you see that? They just launched me off into nowhere. What is going on? What is that about? How do you do that? I forget. I honestly don't know how do you get over there. Do I do all this again? Do I really gotta do that whole level again? Man, that sucks. See, this... Oh, man. This really sucks. This is where it gets grindy. This is where it gets grindy. Maybe I... Okay, let me just test this. I'm gonna walk on that and not touch it. Yeah, see, that wasn't it. I don't know how... I don't know how that one thing kept flinging me off into the thing. Alright, well... We're just gonna have to get over there again. I mean, I did it once, I'll do it again. Let's see how fast I can get over there. I think if you don't, like... If you don't touch it, it'll fling you off into where you need to go. But that sucked. Like, I was literally up there, I was feeling really good about myself. And then, like, it just kind of, like, flung me into the... Like, off the ledge. Clearly, you're supposed to go all the way across the platform. I wonder how long it's going to take me to get back over there, because that's really going to suck if it takes too long. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Solus said, I always hate this level. Yeah, like... We're into the part of the game that's, like... not as much fun now because it's more intense and it's more difficult, and obviously it should be because it's the end of the game, so I get that. But like the earlier levels are just fun. You're just like on a... You're like cruising. You're having fun. Shit, no rings now. God. Damn it. Yeah, see, the earlier levels you're just having fun getting through them. Now this is like grindy, because it's like you're just being pounded like one obstacle after another, and it's very unforgiving. Remember I said like the game was really forgiving earlier? Well, this part is not so forgiving. Alright, so we're back to this part. This is the part where I have to hit these platforms, like, fast. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go check this out beforehand. Where do I need to be? Like, there's like some kind of zip line thing there. I can't grab anything. I obviously can't jump it. I don't know, so I'm gonna go jump on this thing, and I'm not gonna touch it and see if that works. There we go. What? It bounced me back. Okay, well at least I know what to do. So I gotta... The trick is, to hit it, don't touch it. I was trying to push forward to get going faster, because I thought maybe it'd give me momentum. Don't do so. The trick is, if you ever play this game, do not touch the controller when you're on that thing. Let it slingshot you, but then when I hit the other platform, I have to jump as soon as I hit the ground to jump over the other slingshot that's going to throw me back. So, here we go. Let's try this again. There we go. See? That's them 18-bit. I always say 18-bit. Those are the 16-bit skills coming back. But I got 2 extra bits y'all don't know about. How you like them apples? Alright, so hopefully I get my momentum back now. Some of my mojo back. Man, if I could get an extra life right now, that'd be really handy. I've already got 81 lives. 81 lives. 83 rings. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Oh, I think I'm to the boss fight, and I'm 4 rings short from an extra life. That sucks. Oh, no, look at that! 99 rings! I could add 1 more. That's all I needed. 1 more. Gosh, this level's a lot harder than I remember. I know what I need to do, too. I gotta, like, hit that laser. I'm supposed to hit the laser... Gosh. Supposed to hit the laser before it comes on. I think. What am I supposed to do here? I know I gotta hit the laser. Yeah, there it is. I just got 3 good shots. Get the ring, get the ring, get the ring! Oh, shit, I'm gonna die. I gotta get through this. I gotta get through this. I've only got 1 life left. And I'm on the last... I'm right there. If I can just clear this, I have enough continues, I think, to beat the game. Let me get... Come on. Come on, Jason. You can do this. You got this. You got this. Damn it. Oh, shit. I'm so fucked. I lost all my rings on that 1 shot. Oh, and there I'm dead. I hate to say it, guys. It's late. Like, I've been streaming for 2 hours, and I do not have the heart to start that level over again. So, we got close. We got so close. Oh, that's heartbreaking. That is so heartbreaking. We were so close! Oh! I mean, I absolutely know I could have beat the game had I just kept grinding through it. I had, like, what, 3 continues left? I figured out the trick to the laser, beating it like the last life I had, or the life before. 100% could have beat the game. I just was not going to grind through that whole sky thing again, so... Yeah, Enrique said that was a ton of covers through Sonic 2. Yeah, the coolest part was coming up next, because you fly up into outer space, into the Death Egg, which is like the Death Star thing. There's a Robo-Sonic you fight, and then Robotnik jumps in this big mech. I'm sure you guys have seen it. You've either played Sonic 2 or you've seen it in gameplay footage. And then he walks and tries to crush you with this mech. It's a really cool, fun level. I wish we'd have got through it, but what are you going to do? I'm not going to keep grinding on. Like I said, we're approaching the 2-hour mark, and you guys have hung out. We're going to give away a game code here right now. So, to wrap up the night, anybody that's still in the chat, I want you to sound off that you want to play for the code. We're going to give away tonight a really neat game code that I was sent. It's called... What is it called? I want to get the name actually, correct. It is Thief Simulator VR for Steam. based on the reading of it, it sounds awesome. You literally are a thief in this. It's not like the Thief games, like the franchise. As far as I know, it's not. What I believe it is, it's just like you're an actual thief. It's like a sandbox open world kind of thing where you can sneak around and follow people, and like, you know, you're a thief. It's like, it's a thief simulator. So it's kind of like what it would be like to be, I think, kind of like a cat burglar kind of situation. It sounds fun as hell. I don't have a VR headset. Would love to have one. Would love to play a game like this, but for you folks that do have that, or if you know somebody that does, it's going to be a fun game. So anybody playing, we have, so in the chat, we have Enrique, Mayo, Raul, Solus, Arch, Menace, all wanting to play as always. I don't know if Ari is still around, but if not, I'm going to give you guys a couple more things. Oh, so Solus says he has an Oculus Rift. See, I had the Oculus originally when it first came out, when it was all tethered to the computer with the wires. Now they have the Oculus Go, I think it's called, which is like, it's a standalone unit. I'd like to try that because I think that would be a lot more fun than some of the... Because I try to do the Samsung like thing where you put your phone in the goggles, but that doesn't really work as well. So, all right. So anybody playing? So we got our, you know. Oh, actually, yeah. Ari said I'm going to sit this one out. Well, it's not trivia, but anybody in the chat is acceptable to play or wants to play can, because it's going to be kind of simple. It's kind of random. So for that. For the, well, actually, Ari, yeah, that, I mean, that, if you did want to sit this one out, that's cool, because I mean, I know you won last week, and you know, if you're willing to give up your spot to somebody else in the chat, that's also very cool of you. So, you know, appreciate that. Everybody give props to Ari for giving somebody else a chance. That just upped your chances of winning, because Ari's going to sit it out. So props to her. She's awesome. Okay, so real simple to win. First person to put the answer in the chat is going to win. And you don't even have to have the answer. You just have to be the first person that's the closest. Now, I gave you a hint earlier because we're playing Sonic. I said, watch the rings. I said, watch the rings, watch the rings. Now, if you watched and you saw the answer to this next question, then you could be one of the first people. But even if you didn't, it doesn't matter. If you get closest, you're going to win anyway. So it's kind of a win-win. So the clue was watch the rings. Now here's the question. And it's not really going to be the first person to get it. It's going to be the first person to get the closest, because I don't think anybody's going to get it exactly. And you have to answer, anybody who wants to play has to answer within like 5 seconds. I'm going to do a 5-second countdown, because I don't want anybody going back and like stream sniping and trying to rewind the stream real quick to get the answer, which you probably couldn't do that quickly anyway. Okay, so you're going to have literally a 5-second time limit to give me your guess. Everybody who wants to play, get ready, because here comes a question. And I'm going to say the question, and I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to get your answer in that 5 seconds. And the closest person wins. Ready? All right, here we go. The clue was, watch the rings. What was my ring count at the end of level 2? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mayo got it on the nose. Mayo got it on the nose. Solus very close, 76. Raul guessed 12. Menace guessed 12. Arch guessed 93. All good guesses. Could have been anything, really, because to be honest, there were some levels I finished with like over 100 rings. Some levels I didn't finish with hardly any. But it would have been, man, that was like between Mayo and who was it? Solus. Which Solus came in late, so I don't know. Was that just a guess, Solus? I don't know. But man, Mayo and Solus was like right there, 75 and 76. But yeah, Mayo hit it on the nose. Congratulations. If you're not already following me on Twitter, follow me and send me a DM. I'll get you that game code. Or if you want to send me an email to my work email, jasonmesser@cheatcc.com. As always, Thanks, everybody, for stopping by, checking out the stream. Always be sure to check the site, gcc.com. We got our big holiday guide coming up. Lots of awesome products going to be featured there. And as always, follow me on social media. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notification bells because you never know when we're going to be streaming extra or doing some kind of side stream kind of thing. Also, yeah, if you're not already following me on Twitter, I put all my announcements on there. So be sure to check that out. Thanks, guys. It's always a fun Thursday night when you guys hang out, play some Sonic. We got so close to the end, guys. I cannot tell you how badly I wanted to see the end of this game because we were cruising along so good. I mean, we were cruising along so good at one point. And then that last freaking area screwed me up. If I just had one more extra, if I had one more life, I could have beat that laser beam thing. And I mean, I had enough continues to do it, but yeah, it's late and we got to wrap it up at some point. So if you can't get it done on 2 continues, you probably should just walk away. You're not ready, kid. You're not ready for the big time. Look at Chunk laughing at me. This whole time, Chunk has been looking up at me, like right here, just laughing at my failures. And he knows my shame that I didn't beat Sonic 2 tonight, but maybe one day. Do we play Sonic next week? Probably not, right? We probably need to move on to something else different. That's 2 Sonic games we've played. We could play Sonic 1, or we could play Sonic 3, or Sonic CD. I mean, I literally have every Sonic game, like old school Sonic game, was on Xbox Live Arcade, and they're all backwards compatible on Xbox One. So we could play that. You guys, if you want to play that next week, we could. But probably something else. All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And as always, we will see you back here next week. Later.